Hello guys. A few months ago I made an SDL port for the Crisp Game Library Portable. The Crisp Game Library is basically a collection of JavaScript games, one button JavaScript games that was made by abagames. And the portable version is basically C code that can run the games, but initially the games had only 16 of the JavaScript games converted to the C code, but I made an SDL port a few months ago that had more games, and recently someone adopted the SDL port to support all 232 games of the Crisp Game Library Portable. So basically in my SDL port I also supported launching the games from command line, basically using CGL files, and that allows me to select the games basically like a ROM and an emulator, and it allows me to set up the game in my arcade cabinet. So for example, here I have the game list. The game list was generated by the binary itself, and the screenshots were also auto-generated by the binary, and I can launch a game and it will run it full screen. So I can change the view basically with the effects, but sometimes it may be slow on the PC, so I leave it as default. I can change between black and white and dark and light mode. That's all part of the SDL port, and when I quit the game and I relaunch it, it remembers it. It also saves the I scores of your best game. So yeah, I'll show some more games. There are about 232 of them, and most of them work. So this is also a nice game, Balls and Bombs. And again, I can switch to dark mode to remember it, or you can apply the layers. So yeah, for configuration of the joypad, you basically use the SDL2 gamepad tool, and you let it configure your joypad, and then you save the SDL game controller config environment variable in your environment variables with the setting of your joypads. With me I have two identical joypads, and I didn't try using both of them, but for some reason I couldn't use my left pad and I had to use the right pad. But yeah, there are many games and most of them work. This is thanks to a developer named Rofhle, who made the duktape version. Let me explain it later. So as I was saying, the duktape version, which this version is based on, allows for using all 232 games that got added to the repository, and it basically uses the original JavaScript code. That's done using the duktape library to be able to run that JavaScript library in C code. My original SDL version with the SDL frontend only had about 40 or 45 games, which were manually ported from the JavaScript to C games. But using this way, made by the developer Rofhle, you can basically run all the JavaScript games unmodified, in C code or in the SDL version. Also, the SDL port I did added mouse emulation. So basically, this game requires mouse emulation. You can recognize it with the purple dot, and then when you move your joystick, you select you move your mouse, and when you press the A button, you basically press the mouse button. These one-button games are really great for an arcade cabinet because, well, yeah, you don't need a lot of buttons, and you can even, well, in not mouse games, you can even play with the joypad just for input. This is also a mouse game. Oh, let me try again. The mouse emulation works okay, even on the arcade. Yeah. I'll try to put up maybe some binary somewhere, because you have to compile it yourself for the moment. The developer Rofhle did not provide any compiled binaries, but if you're familiar with compiling SDL stuff or so, it's really easy. If not, I'll try to put it somewhere in a link. I put it somewhere online and provide a link in the description. There are many games, as you can see. I'll try to include the screenshots as well, so you can add it to your own arcade. Oh, I'm not good at this. Yeah, many games. Some were generated by an AI, but the games are all created by the user abagames on GitHub. Basically, I started with it, I think, with 101 games in 1 year. I think it was in 2021, but I'm not sure. And then he released them on his website. But he has been making more and more games, so there is at least 232, there may be even more, but it's not sure the version of Game Lib Portable may support those. I haven't played this one. Turn and speed up. Oh, I'm already dead. Yeah, I'll show some more games, which are cool games. The Paku Paku, the one dimension Pac-Man. I actually prefer it in dark mode. It looks way nicer. Yeah, it was impossible. What else? Some kind of parking. You have to fit. That's maybe not so easy. It's a mouse game. So you have to fit the pieces like so they match. It was close. And if you touch, or if you're wrong, or if you take too much time, you will die. You also don't need to restart. You can press a button and play again. Or you can quit the games. It's basically the select button you need to map, the back button. Yeah, there's many games. So it's fun to try them out on your arcade cabinet. Just for testing them or so. Or have them on your arcade cabinet. So yeah, that was it. As said, I will try to put a binary, including the screenshots and the CGL files, which are basically the ROMs. Well, it are fake ROMs, it are basically text files. I'll try to put them in an archive, and then you can edit to your own arcade cabinet. And as said, if you have problems with the input, you can need to use, well, at least if your encoder is a joystick encoder, you can use the SDL gamepad program. And if your encoder is a keyboard encoder, you may need to remap the controls using what's it called again? There's some scripting stuff where you can change the buttons. I've used it in the past, but I can't remember the name anymore. Or you can use some tool like what's the other tool? I don't know. There is a tool to redefine joysticks as keyboard controls. So yeah, that was it, guys. Bye.